So I decided to bake a cake for the first time ever. You guys stay with me and see the outcome. So the first thing I did was sift the flour. I sifted about a cup of flour. Then I added cocoa powder. You guys don't be deceived. This is a substitute for cocoa powder. I'm sure most of you know. So I also sifted that and I mixed them together. I added 1.5 tablespoon of baking soda to the mixture. Forgive my camera positioning. Then I added about 1 tablespoon of baking powder to the mixture. I mixed that all up. I kept mixing until I couldn't differentiate the mixtures, as you can see. Then I kept the dry ingredients aside. Moving on, I was supposed to butter my pan before even mixing the dry ingredients, but I did it after, so depending on you. I buttered my pan. You guys, this pan. That's suffer. Not in my hand, sha. Anyway, so I buttered the pan, and after that, I placed a sheet of a paper that looks like parchment paper, but you guys honestly use parchment paper because I didn't use parchment paper, and that was one thing that didn't come out well. So use parchment paper to line your pans. So after laying my mago parchment paper, I still apply butter on it. You do the same even if you are using actual parchment paper. So after buttering your pans and doing all this with your parchment paper, you set your oven, you preheat it to about 325 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 160 degrees Celsius. So the next step was to add my butter. I was supposed to use 2 cups of butter, but I didn't have those nicely cut butters, you know, the ones you see on TV. So I had to make do with this. Maybe next time I'll find them. Then I had to whisk the butter. Oh my god, this part was just... I kept whisking and whisking. In fact, one time I just dropped my whisk and started using fork. So I added half a cup of sugar, granulated sugar, and I kept whisking and whisking away until I couldn't see traces of the sugar in the butter mixture. This handheld whisk is not easy to use. At one point I just started using fork because I couldn't come and kill myself. So you just keep whisking, basically, until your hands fall off. At this point, I just switched to using fork because I couldn't come and kill myself. That whisk wasn't easy to work with. So I just kept whisking. Then I added 3 eggs, total of 3 eggs. I added 1 egg at a time. After each egg, I had to whisk well, mixing the mixture well before adding the other egg. Then I added the second egg, and I whisked anyway. Then I added the third egg. and I kept whisking and whisking. Whisk away. Whisking continued until I had an even consistency. You can see from what I can see here. So it was time for me to mix in my dry ingredients with the butter and egg and sugar mix. I mixed it in batches so that I wouldn't get flour all over my kitchen. But after each batch, I mixed it in well and added the next batch of dry ingredients. There were other ingredients missing in this cake. Actually, I was just craving cake that day and I didn't really have all the ingredients I needed. Vanilla essence was missing, espresso powder was missing, and also, oh, I forgot to add, I actually added mayonnaise, so that's optional though, but it made it stand out. So it was time to pour the mixture into my mago pan and place it in the oven. You need to bake this for about 15 minutes. So I didn't show you when I bought the cake out of the oven, but this was the outcome. Basically burnt. So on the good side, it came out nice, or should I say, just tasted really nice, though it's burnt. So there you have it, my first time baking. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.